Welcome everyone to the stream. Sorry for the technical issues. That fine music was the Battle Hymn of the Republic by the United States Naval Academy. So it's always a pleasure to hear from the boys in blue. I like to hear these naval bands and marine bands and all these pomp and circumstance. I like it. I like it. So welcome everyone. Welcome Radavo, Crispy Critter Anasi, Cookie Jarvis, Casper Mining, Robert, Malakin, Warren, Kabusha, Peter, Gary. Hey, welcome Gary. Alex, Lance, Viking, Satori, King Tiger, Big Nine, Hit Sunk, James T-Mac. Welcome James T-Mac. Haven't seen you for a while. Or maybe I have, anyways, James T-Mac, longtime guy on the channel. Toral Athar, Jackhawk, Weeb Extraordinaire. I hope I got everyone. Welcome everyone. Welcome Nofco Noko. So let's get started. Today let's do some Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. We only have 2 missions that we have yet to complete. Probably this is going to be my most challenging task yet. But I'm going to give it a go. Yeah, by the way, obviously this game is kind of blowing up. I think that nobody in the YouTube space expected this. Of course, I'm good friends, or at least I'd like to pretend I'm good friends with the Historical Gamer. Ben Magnus, if you haven't checked him out, Benjamin Magnus, he's probably the original who is doing this. I don't know much about the History Gamer. Isn't that so funny? There's the Historical Gamer and then there's the History Gamer, and they're both doing Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. He's got some content. Look, I'm just trying to push this all out there. Alekius, our very own Alekius originally, he just spun off a YouTube channel after I think I at one point encouraged him to do so, but he's just one of the boys on the Discord. He's now doing lots of these videos. So look, there's an abundance of Ultimate Admirals Dreadnoughts content out there. I even heard somebody saying that some bigger name, Benjamin Magnus is already big, but some bigger name was doing this, and well, anyway, this is getting out there. Oh, Newhouser's here. Welcome, Newhouser. Saw your message the other night, by the way, but was not available at that point. So, anyway, let's start off, ease into things with some Rage Destroyers vs. Torpedo Boats. I think this is the one I started off with last time, isn't it? Anyway, we're going to escort a battleship that is under attack by 2 cruisers and 10 torpedo boats. I don't know what is the best to do here. As far as I know, this bonus only impacts my destroyers, not the battleship. If we were able to impact the battleship itself, maneuverability and survivability might be something we go for. As it is, I think the 2 only really viable choices here are enhanced guns or more funds. Is there a date when we can get this on Steam? Good question, Bella. I don't know. So, anyway. Oh, old Martin is first time to make a stream. Well, welcome. Bolshevik Duck is here. Yeah, of course, I saw him earlier. So, I don't know what is going to be the best option between these 2. More funds, which basically translates to more destroyers, or better destroyers. I'm going to go with more destroyers because the old Tortuga mentality from Rule the Waves is you can't go wrong by throwing your destroyers into the fray. The thing is, now torpedo boats are the new destroyer, so I kind of have to rethink everything. But until I have been able to rethink it correctly, let's go for some destroyers here. These don't need to be very fast. I think I may have even been trying to make these. Will I stream Crusader Kings 3? My goodness, we can have a whole discussion on Paradox, but that would be a whole stream unto its own. I don't think I can fit. I'm going to try 4-inch guns this time, by the way. I know that the 5-inch guns weren't really super successful last time. I don't think that was because of them, by the way. I think that's just because other reasons. Can we fit 2 up here? We can. So we're just going to pack this thing. We need 1 torpedo tube. We'll just muzzle that really close to the bridge here. We need a funnel as well, before I forget. And I usually do forget, so. Yeah, 1 funnel. We might even need 2, but how are we looking? 38% engine efficiency. Well, that's just because we haven't done this yet. 100% engine efficiency. Hooray. Okay, so this increases cost, but decreases engine weight. Also increases the HP per ton, but only by 10%. You know, I'm gonna hold off on this. Let's see how we're looking as soon as we add some other stuff. Basically, I want these things to be massive gunboats. They're not torpedo boats, they're gunboats, destroyers. So yeah, we do need a single torpedo wherever we can. I think that's not centered. There we go. Now we want as many 4-inch guns as we can pack in here without going overweight, which might not be that many. Probably 2. Yeah, we can probably get 3 even. And you know what? That looks pretty good to me. So it's going to have 5 4-inch guns. It's, you know, a typical Tortuga thing. We're going to try to just build a whole bunch of these. Right now we're getting 7. If I can get that down to 8, it'd be great. I just need to get it down 76k. Is it possible? So increasing the basic engine... oh, you know what? It might be possible if we decrease this. 25 knots. 24.5. Oh my gosh. It's embarrassingly slow. We might just have to settle for 7. I think we're going to settle for 7 here. Let's go back up to 26. Let's take the more expensive engines. How? Oh god, that's not going to happen. Okay, we're definitely not going to do that. Especially because the weight is not an issue right now. In fact, we might even be able to lower this. We can't. Oh, wait, we can. Oh, it worked. It worked. Unfortunately, is this going to make it? Okay, well, that's fine. I don't know about the standard reloading here. Obviously, in theory, the higher rate of fire is higher DPS, but the minus 2.5% base accuracy just kills me. It just kills me. Plus the 2%, well, the whole weight itself doesn't really bother me, actually, now that I think about it. I'd much rather get heavier guns. Okay, we're at 97%, 12%. We've kind of found, I feel like, a min-max plateau here, which makes me feel good. So 16-inch torpedoes for some reason are less expensive, so we'll definitely use those. And then we want whatever is going to cause the most fires, which is probably gun cotton. We'll increase our shell cost considerably. Oh, we made it. We have 55k to go. Frankly, we could probably get something. Floatability, chance of fire, and fire extinguishing. That's pretty good. Let's look at this one. Adds resistance though. I think that's a little bit better. Okay, can we get both? I mean, no, but yes. Yes, we can get both because, damn it, Tortuga will find a way. 25.5. What is the difference between 25.5 and 26 anyway? Nobody's going to notice. So we're going to have 8 of these things. It's just basically destroyers. Destroyers versus destroyers. I mean, these are gunboats. I don't know. These things are going to be absolutely mauled, unfortunately, by the armored cruisers that we face. So the point, what is the point? Now I guess we're just going to have to let them get mauled by the... You know what? I think our battleship is going to focus on the gunboats instead of the armored cruisers. Although the armored cruisers are just going to be slamming down these poor destroyers left and right. I think we're going to have to settle for that. Now, by the way, how much does this cost? Just can't... You know, what is the difference between 25 and 25.5 anyway? Do you see the slippery slope? I hope you see it. Oh, 803? Well, what's the difference between 24.5 and 25 anyway? Yeah, exactly. Okay, so these are Mark II. Somebody asked, are these Mark III? They are not. So we have Mark IIs and nothing but Mark IIs. And actually, we can see from this, the 5-inch guns are actually Mark I. So we are much better off with these. Okay, let's see. Rate of fire. It does not say anything about accuracy. Range of 6, range of 6.6. So penetration is not going to be an issue. We're dealing with gunboats. They have 0 zip armor. Pretty good muzzle velocity. I don't know. These appear to be a good... They appear to be the right choice. That's what I'm going to say. By the way, I mean, this slippery slope is... I don't necessarily think this is a good idea. Is this important? I mean, maybe. Maybe not. I don't think the anti-flooding stuff is going to be necessary because, honestly, if we're taking flooding, we're doomed. Nonetheless, it's fun to check that because it's available, we'll take it. What did I do to get this? Anyway, we're at 24.5, which is very slow. I mean, probably destroyers in this era. I'm guessing this is around early 1900s, 1905 maybe. 27 knots was probably their target. Having a destroyer at 24.5 is not, like, completely unrealistic for as early a time period as I'm guessing we're dealing with. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and launch with this. You don't need to sink the cruisers to win. If all the TBs get sunk, that's all the objectives done. Okay, that's good. The slippery slope is a logical fallacy. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to make this very pointed that was not good to do that. Not necessarily. We're going to see how bad these... But look at 8 destroyers versus 10 torpedo boats. You would give the destroyers such a huge advantage. Anyway, let's break this group up into 2 groups. So we'll start with the Fantassin here. I don't even know what nation we're playing as based on these names. What is this? I can't even tell. Are these French? What are you? Italian. No, French. I was right. Yeah, they didn't sound Italian. So, let's break you guys up. We'll take the Somali and detach her. And we'll get the Spahi to join our new F4. Get these guys to not kill themselves. Boy, it's been a while since I played this game, actually. It's kind of funny. They automatically deployed their smoke, I guess. Did I do that? Maybe I did. I probably did. But it was an accident. I would take it back if I could. I'm going to have this guy slow down. In fact, everyone's going to slow down so that they get a little bonus to their accuracy. We certainly want our battleship slowing down for the accuracy because we don't really care if it takes hits. I'm assuming that it's going to be better than the armored cruisers in terms of engaging. So I'd rather just close the range. Actually, we don't want to close the range too much, though, because we know that we're up against torpedo boats. We know that they're coming at us right now, so probably better to veer backwards a bit. You know what? I'm actually going to get this group to... I don't know what I want them to do quite yet. Okay, let's speed this up to 2x, by the way. A lot of people have been saying, Tortuga, slow down. Let's watch this all happen. Those are our ranging shots, I believe. There's our gunboats. I think we're in a good position here. Let's decrease our maneuver. Okay, F1. Go ahead and target this gunboat. I mean, let's just kill these things. Even the battleship's gonna kill this thing. Veer away a bit. Just pull out that. This is a destroyer. I don't know what you guys are talking about. This is not a gunboat. Do they call this a gunboat? It doesn't even look like a gunboat. There's nothing about this is gunboatish. It's a destroyer. Yeah, absolutely. Are we up against destroyers? Okay, I mean that. Oh, we've landed some good hits early. Could this be the one? Could we finally get a mission in? Hope so. It's a torpedo boat, but it looks like a destroyer to me. The bow gun and everything. We lit it on fire. By the way, we do want to make sure everyone's firing HE. Not that it should be a question for a lot of these things, but... And you guys deploy smoke. You guys come back. Come back this way. Good. So one down, I'm assuming. Let's be a little bit more conservative with our choices here. You have just got to get out of there. So we'll do this very fancy maneuver known as the get killed by massive hit. So will they avoid each other? It's unknown. It's a hell of a maneuver we're doing. Okay, so they're coming in, but these guys need to go back, and you know, it just shows you that mixing two divisions like that is simply not a good idea. Incoming. I'm kind of trying to figure out how many guns they're firing. It looks like only 2 shells coming in. What are you firing? Okay, they are firing probably like in groups of 2 or something like that. What ended up happening, I don't know. Torpedo funnel. 4. Okay, you just... we need to pull back. What is going on? He's going in circles. I've done this to them. I have done this to them. Weep says those extreme maneuvers are bad for your accuracy. Yes. And also bad for the enemy accuracy. As you kind of expect, you know, most things that are bad for your accuracy are also bad for the enemy trying to engage you. But I think in general the zigzag was considered more effective as a defensive maneuver than it was a penalty on offense. Just because you know how your boat's turning, but the enemy doesn't. I don't know if that's modeled in the game that way, of course, but... oh, we actually hit with a torpedo. And I see torpedoes in the water. We might have to do some detaching here just to save some ships. Okay, those are torpedoes going that way. The way away from us. I don't even know who you are, but you're just getting detached, and you're going to be moved this way. I'm just going to manually control these guys, hopefully get them out of harm's way. That's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. Can you imagine being that destroyer, somebody else gets in your way and you take a torpedo for it? Well, now he's going to do the honorable thing and absorb a torpedo for his friend. It's very honorable. Very honorable. Okay, so I think it's 1 destroyer sunk to 0 torpedo boats. So, you know, looking good on that side. And you're sinking. Okay. If we have people who haven't deployed smoke yet, probably now's the right time. Just gonna do that in mass. So you are like in the perfect position to do some serious damage to, like, that guy. Perfect. Okay, good. So we did sink a torpedo boat. And now we're engaging another one. Why don't we engage this one? I know that you're already had that guy ranged and everything, but honestly, if we can come between the armored cruisers and the torpedo boats, I feel like we're going to be in good shape. Our torpedoes are out frequently. By the way, the smoke... one thing that would be nice is... it's really nice. The visuals are really cool. One thing I think would be really nice is if they actually had like little red indicators. Something like that. Look at, I don't even play World of Warships, but I'm pretty sure World of Warships has such a system. When you detect torpedoes, it lets you know where they are. Because you can't see them in this, and maybe you're just not supposed to. Maybe this is the way the game forces realism. Maybe they want you to play at 1x at all times. So far, what? Yep, only 1 torpedo. Yeah, so our accuracy, this is where our accuracy, it would be really great if we would hit. And the thing is, I don't know what a 4-inch shell would do to a torpedo boat. This is a 400-ton ship. 400-ton ship, high explosives. I think it must be the case that our destroyers are all dying only to cruisers. Let's just go in with our destroyers because we should be very successful against these things. Minus the torpedo hits, of course. Oops. And even if we're going towards them, it probably decreases our chances of getting hit by torpedoes. So we're going to go in. These just, I don't know what a torpedo boat is even considered. Is this like reminiscent of the old French torpedo boats? Just can't seem to hit them. We're going to close the range, though, and see, like, what do they have? I mean, these things have 4-inch guns, too. We don't even... We're not that much better off. Yeah, so let's just, if at all possible, avoid that. Whew. Oh, come on. That was a hitbox issue. I do declare that was a hitbox issue. Forward rudder. Good. So I feel like we're in a good position, frankly, putting ourselves. So let's just have this guy gun him. Yeah, just fire right there. You can't miss. Oh, wow, you launched a torpedo. Okay, well that will get the job done. I don't think that torpedo should have hit. No. I think that you should quickly get out of the way. Yes, good. Okay, good. So we're just going to drive our destroyers right at the enemy. See what happens. Our heroine here has just taken one torpedo and does not seem like she's in good shape. But that's okay. We don't need her to survive, do we? We don't. We just need to sink all these torpedo boats. It's just a very tall task. I feel like one of our destroyers should take out a torpedo boat, but I don't know if that's actually how it's going. Okay, kill this guy. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and equip in the next time we do this, assuming we fail, which I assume we will. I'm going to go ahead and just equip everyone with torpedoes. We're getting all our kills with torpedoes. By the way, a torpedo hitting a torpedo boat just sounds like, I mean, that's just death. And where's my warning for friendly fire? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Get out of there, Spahi. Strong signs of ruled waves. Okay, let's make our hard turn over there. What are these guys doing? They're just flooding. We have our ships dying everywhere. Ships all over the place are just dead. But that's, you know, the way it's gonna go, I guess. Get this guy to turn hard to starboard. I think that he's got some torpedoes inbound. Who are you still engaging? Let's actually engage. That makes sense to me. There's the torpedo. I think we're actually going too slow to be affected by that. We destroyed the torpedo. Okay. These guys are... Never mind. We're just not even going to look over there. Going to look over here. I heard a torpedo hit. Who was it? Who took it? Probably that guy. Yeah, you know what? I honestly don't know what you're doing, heroine. But you can come back to the left. Also known as port. What are these guys? Is everyone just dead in the water? My fleet is useless. I spent all that money on and space on extra bulkheads, all for nothing. These guys are all just so dead. Okay, well, let's see. At least attack this if you can. Let's all gang up on this guy. Except for you. I'm just going to detach every single one of these guys. They're just all getting detached. Because I want my division, which is so broken up, to be focusing on like appropriate targets, not all the same target. I turned my battleship into a torpedo? I don't see it. I am not able to read chat very well, but I'm doing my best here. Yeah, this guy's just boned because of the armored cruisers, but there's so many juicy targets. Oh boy, I heard that. This guy's going down in a hurry. Let's go ahead and pull you back, Spahi. Our destroyers are just getting lit up. I don't know if you can make half speed, but that would be nice. You're currently at 3 knots, you know, not very. That's not very quick. You got anything else you can do as far as speed goes? That would be wonderful. These guys are just sitting targets, though. Can we land some hits? All right, let's land some hits, Spahi. Let's do it. Get him. Get him. He's right there. Fire guns. You're missing. It's probably harder to miss than to hit at this point. What a bizarre battle with just... These are all like just... I feel like we're in a bath. And everyone, all the ships are just floating. Please. Please hit them. Okay, let's focus on getting the Somali back. You're doing the right thing, Tartu. And let's try to consider... Okay, we got one. We got one other one. Smoke! Smoke! I just might be playing a little bit too fast here, but... Okay, so we got another torpedo boat down. Boat, quote-unquote boat. Let's see. Who do we switch to next? Yeah, I think actually this is perfect. We'd let our battleship try to win the day. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Whoops. Kerplunk! Down she goes! That was a good warm-up. Let's all right, I can catch up on chat now. The devs are in the stream. Oh, cool. That's great. Ultimate Strategy Games. It's fantastic. Welcome, Ultimate Strategy Games. So, for those of you who are curious, you can probably ask some of your questions to the Ultimate Admirals developers themselves. Welcome. So we had just a minor issue there, as can be expected from Alpha 1. Let's go with this Destroy Full Fleet. Now, full disclosure, I've never looked at this battle. I've never even attempted it, as you can see. No, I've never seen anybody else attempt it, so I'm going in completely blind. No Name says, Dev joins, game crashes. Yeah. Sounds about right. Let's see. By the way, everything's working, right? Good. Yes. Did my thumbnail ever get updated, by the way? It's still showing the wrong thumbnail. What is the title of the stream Tortuga live stream, or is it working this time? I have conflicting reports. What is the name of my stream? It should be Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts Naval Fleet Combat Stream number 5. If that is correct, then do tell me. Yep, okay, good. So, I don't know, it's misreporting, and it has I should have the thumbnail that I wanted to have then. Fine. I think YouTube is still kind of making a mess of things. Anyway, so let me actually exit and really take a look at what we're doing here. We're going up against 2 battleships, a battlecruiser and our probably a heavy cruiser at this point, light cruiser, and 3 destroyers. Some different classes here. Let's see. The enemy fleet possesses 2 super dreadnoughts. a state-of-the-art battlecruiser, and numerous support ships. You have some money to invest in building a fleet of a single warship type. Ah, interesting. Well, look, I don't think there's much of a question here. Against that kind of firepower, you have to go with you have to match firepower. So let's drop our speed a bit. Obviously, for the Naval Academy, we just drop range to very short all the time. I think I'm going to go with an abuse of the current HE mechanics. Especially with the devs watching, I'm sure that they've already seen this, but we're going to go for a fire killing machine. Kill it with fire. That's the idea here. For this, we'll use Lyddite. Because we don't have access to... Oh, we do have access to TNT. Well, this gives us some interesting discussion points. We can go with true HE, kill it with fire for 100% HE fire chance, plus 100%, by the way. That's not 100%, that's plus 100%, which basically means it doubles the fire chance, which is quite good, because we can also go to heavy shells and get increased fire chance over here. I think we'll leave with standard there. We don't really plan to add torpedoes. We do want turrets which can track. So I'm kind of building this backwards from the bottom up. Not literally, but we'll go with Citadel 3, the best Citadel we can have. I'm assuming that against these lighter ships we may take a few torpedoes, so we'll be doing probably the best flooding control we can. I'm actually not too worried about ammo detonation. We might go with just something like a Barbette 3. And I think that everyone's aware of how extremely effective right now armor is, so we'll go with very effective armor. I don't know if we want geared or normal steam turbines. Let's go with the best and see how many ships we can get. Based on this, I think we're going to go for just 2 battleships, which is, not very high, not a great, huge number, but at some point we'll make a decision. I don't think we're going to be able to make it to 33%. Although we probably could go. Okay, I should have done this first because I just made all these changes, but let's look at the actual options we have as far as hull forms. If we go with the Dreadnought 4, we're essentially going for a Super Dreadnought. This is, it looks like the range of like the Iowas, the Yamatos. Dreadnought 3, hull form, which is the ability for it to move through the water, speed, related to speed and how much engine power you need to get up to a certain speed, is a little bit lower. So Dreadnought 3 actually is a little more hydrodynamic. But it has better stability, it has better floatability, it has vastly better resistance, and only slightly lower turning slowdown. I still think that based on this, we go for a low tonnage Dreadnought 4 and see if we can get. Yeah, let's just do this. Let's go down and let's see if we can get 3 of them. Probably not. Almost certainly not. So we'll go with 2. I don't actually know if we can get the secondary tower if we. Yeah. So never mind. We actually do have to go up to whatever the next size is. Okay, somewhere here. 51,400. I'm not sure where that number comes from, but there it is. So the idea is super Dreadnought, but we're going to go for the... I don't know if we needed that super funnel. How's the advanced look for us? 100%, yes, we can actually get away with an advanced funnel. Which is, 150, 100 tons. Yeah, we're saving a little bit there. I like it. We'll see if that engine efficiency drops over time. Now, where is... So many people have been telling me that if you look at triples versus doubles, there should be a difference. Yeah, the rate of fire drops. They don't show an accuracy penalty, but the fact that the rate of fire drops, I'm guessing, is just already telling me enough that I want the, well, I don't even know if I want the 16-inch guns, but I want the double turrets in this for this mission. So let's just take a look at these rate of fires and find where we're best at. We have Mark III, Mark III, Mark III, Mark IV is a 13-inch guns. That's a tough sell to put 13-inch guns on this. With the Mark 3s, by the way, Mark 4s, do we have the same penalty to rate of fire? 1.2 versus 0.96. So accuracy is important. Let's look at accuracy. It does show it here. Accuracy at 2500 is 84. It's 100% here. Let's look at it at 10,000. We have 13 versus 10. Yeah, we are taking truly a 30% penalty to accuracy. So we're going to make just a ton of these 13-inch turrets. It's not going to be pretty, but it's going to be effective. I think I answered my question about whether or not we're going to be able to put this, make 2 of them or 3 of them. Come on, so close. Okay, let's drop this back a little bit then. Squeaky. Squeaky. Oh, it just fits. It's the only pixel that it fits. Alright, good. So we have our 6 double 13-inch guns. Why must I do that horrid turret layout? That's because this is the way, this is what I'm going for. I'm going for the fire ship. Think of this as like it's like a reborn Japanese fleet at the Battle of Tsushima. We're just going to start fires. I think, did they use 12-inch guns for that? I think they were using 12-inch guns, but we're using, because it's the future, it's been like 40 years, and we're going to use 13-inch guns and 6 double turrets. It looks, it doesn't look that bad because it's so balanced. It really doesn't look that bad. I mean, my opinion. This thing definitely needs secondaries because we will be facing stuff which we need secondaries for. Let's see what we can get on our casemates. Okay, we can get 5-inch guns in those. Can we get, let's take a look. These are Mark 5s. 6-inch guns are Mark 5s, and we can also use 6-inch guns. And the 7s are Mark 5s. Can we use 7s? We can. I've actually never used the 7-inch guns, so I kind of want to use that because, look, Rule the Waves has a clear break point. 6-inch guns, right? If you use less than 7-inch guns, if you use bigger than 6-inch guns, you get a penalty against destroyers. I don't know if that's modeled here. Actually, I do want to take a look at accuracy. 7500, 8.9. 7500, 6.2. Wow, that is significantly worse. And the 8-inch guns are actually possible to put in as well, and they are at 13%. You know what? Let's go for the 8-inch guns. They're more accurate. They won't be firing as often, but when they hit, they should do a ton of damage. Those are really big guns to be putting in those casemates. And I think we'll still try to get some secondary guns. Maybe some... Yeah, we're taking a pretty big penalty. Maybe some double 5-inch guns. Can we fit them? I actually don't want to do this if I'm blocking the line of fire here. Let's see what it looks like if we do this. Yeah, this thing can still fire. I don't... Probably this is just not modeling it correctly. Last time I did this, I think I was able to get 2. Just get a couple. Oh, look at that. It actually is going to have, well, it won't really have cross-type fire. So maybe we can squeeze one in here. It'd be funny. Anyway, we won't be able to fire across the ship because when it's cloned on the other side, it won't do that. Like, I don't understand how that thing can still fire. Kind of graphically, you see the problem, don't you? but we'll trust the game's firing arc. We'll just ignore this. We won't zoom in that close. But we've got a couple of 5-inch guns, which is going to be good. I think I want those over 4-inch guns, but I am taking a look here. 4.2 versus 6.7. That's pretty good. Okay, well, let's just stick with the 5s. We have 8s and 5s. That seems good. We have a little bit of weight remaining. We definitely have some money remaining. So we can probably go with, yeah, we already went with the most expensive stuff here. We didn't go with the most expensive stuff here. Semi-oil is just basically going to give us space, which is nice. Yeah, so, I mean, we definitely have the money. I shouldn't say that. Do we have the money? No, we don't. So Lyddite, we've already made our bed. We're going to lie in it. We're going to make this thing heavily armored then. We have the money and the weight to spare, so just give me some pretty strong armor. Maybe 6 inches for the secondaries and stuff is enough. Maybe 7 inches is more appropriate. What am I doing? What the heck am I doing? Turrets. I want my turrets to live. I want my conning tower to live. I know that that's a surprise to everyone who's seen me play the Rule the Waves series where conning tower gets neglected, but in this game, I feel like it is more important. Turret top should probably be at least as high as deck. And we might actually need the belt more than the deck in this case because we do plan to close. We'll get deck extended of 2. Yeah, we're looking good. Armor quality of plus 90%, which means that these things are going to be very difficult. Why do you love your strategic dreadnought design, says Josh Street. Check. The gun wasn't cloned. It indeed was not. What are you doing? Okay, let's... it knows I want cross-deck firing. Let's try this again. Because this one's all funky. What if I started on this side? Okay, that worked. There we go. Hooray! Okay, how are we looking as far as firing arcs go? I mean, the firing arcs for this is just, they're great. I mean, you just have so much firing arc. Can we fit one up here? Probably don't want to. Alright, it's pretty much done. We have the 100% weight. So we need things which will increase cost and reduce weight. I think oil does that. No, that increases cost by 100%. Never mind. Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted, though. Perfect. So we have a little bit more room. We already have the best of everything, I think, as far as all these things go. Engine efficiency is still 100%. Well, I mean, it only makes sense to try to see if we can get even a worse funnel and still get 100%. Because, yes, we can. Wow, fantastic. Glad we checked. Okay, let's see, how far can we push it here? What about a large funnel? Large funnel, still 100%. What about a large wide funnel? Still 100%. Okay, what about a medium funnel? 100%. Okay, what about a wide funnel? 91. Okay, so medium funnel it is. Boy, I'm glad I checked that. Good gracious. Because this thing's not very fast, I guess. Well, 22 knots is not that slow either. Okay, so now we do have a little bit more cost to play with, and weight, which basically just means armor, right? More armor is more better. Yeah, okay, so what do we want to do here? Deck extended to 2. That's going to be sufficient. If we take deck extended hits, I'm just going to accept that those are penetrations. We have very good 4.5 inch deck. Turret top is looking good. I guess we'll get our belt extended up as well, because we could take a lot of fire from, destroyers and the like. I actually think that... yeah, so Weeb says 22 knots is barely faster than the HMS Dreadnought, but also faster than every American battleship prior to the end of World War I. Which I think we're all around 21. Some of the other earlier ones were even slower. I mean, you can pick an outlier in any... Look, if you were making a destroyer in 1890, you could have just said, hey, well, there's the HMS Turbine, which can go 39 knots. But if you pick an outlier, not really representative, which is why I guess it's called an outlier. So 12.5, I guess armor. As I said, we'll probably have to close with these people. So we'll go with the 12.5, I guess, on belt. And let's see. More conning tower, because why not? It's always fun. More turret armor until we hit our limit. At least our turrets won't go down. I mean, this thing is going to be pretty heavily armored. Really, that's what you'd expect from a ship, which is obviously slow and meant to be. Really, I guess we could actually up the speed even. Okay, good. We can get 22.5 out of it. Because I'm kind of satisfied with the armor, frankly. Even the conning tower, I would say it's even too high. Let's go to 16. See if that makes any difference, getting us like 2.2 on the deck. It's extended, yeah. Okay, that's probably all we can do. Okay, good. So we're there. We'll just get this up to 16.5. I don't really have anything else I'm trying to do with it. Yeah, okay, good enough. Take the conning tower up until the max. Turret top. Okay, it's all looking good. Any final critiques of this? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Let's take a look at this chat. Give me a second to read. Ranging 200. Let's see. We have people. My God, it's ugly. Really? You know what? I guess it's because it's my baby. She's beautiful to me. MC Palm asks, are there any plans for visual armor model to show thickness areas? Interesting question. Engine cap. A bit more deck armor might be appropriate. 6 inches of standard on treaty. Boy, 6 inches is pretty big armor. What did the Bismarck have? 6 or 7? I can't remember. Anyway, I think that this is good. I think this is good for us. We're going to go ahead and launch. You have my seal of approval, says Viking Hag. Say no more. More deck armor. Well, more deck armor at this point would come only at the cost of less armor somewhere else. Speed increase has affected funnel efficiency. My God, if only I had read your comment half a moment before. But that's fine. Actually, I think it's fine. It's a little bit inefficient. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. So there we go. The Aki and the Nishin. Was spotted to the north. Pretty much the direction we're cruising. We're going to be going for accuracy. So as soon as we spot them, actually we do need to kind of lay towards them quickly since we're not using destroyers, right? And that means that we're going to have to very quickly close the range to see their ships, and then we're going to have to turn away. So let's speed up to 5x until we spot them. And then when we spot them, we're going to have to turn hard to port, get ourselves parallel, and probably start picking off their destroyers first. I'm not even sure what we're going to see first, their destroyers or their actual battle fleet, the battle wagon. Finn Gardner says you'll probably encounter 14-inch guns, so your belt ain't going to do much. I don't know if that's true. I mean, first of all, switch over to HE. I don't know where I don't have a feel for what our guns are going to penetrate. Now I do. So, unless they get to within... I have to project for 14-inch guns. Unless they get to within, like, 5,000 meters, I don't think they're going to penetrate. They may not even penetrate us at, like, 3,000. So, remember, we are using the Krupp 3. And this game does very, very highly weight higher armor. Oh, I'm muted just in time for the... Okay, Peter is now saying I'm sure that belt will stop 14 inches. Well, you never know. You never know. The chat is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Those are really big shells. I think those are 15 or maybe 16. And they are definitely to our northeast. So let's... Probably 15. I'm guessing those are 15-inch shells. So their destroyers are close enough to spot us. We'll see what they're firing. Yeah, I know. Well, no kidding. You know what is interesting? This might be just a gameplay thing, but I don't know if the spotting in this game is really done that well. I don't think destroyers really were that much better at spotting. In fact, I think they were worse at spotting. Just because your rangefinders at the top of your battleships could see higher because the curvature of the Earth affected them less. However, I understand the game mechanic. From a game mechanic standpoint, you can see that these are not penetrating. They're just doing some peripheral damage. From a game mechanic standpoint, it makes sense to have your destroyers spot better just because of its, it's a weird game mechanic, I guess. I mean, it's a game mechanic to make destroyers useful. Really, destroyers are more useful because you don't want your battleships running into submarines or torpedo boats. But if they try to make it for spotting purposes, that's... Well, it's another way of doing it, right? No Name says 14 and 17-inch guns on the enemy ships. I don't know where you're predicting that. That's fantastic. If you're right, that's fantastically... I mean, that's just fantastic, your ability to determine these. They don't look like 18-inch shells, I'll tell you that much. I don't think they even look like 17-inch shells, but I am prepared to be wrong. We'll just putt along until we finally get some vision of these guys. And that's why I didn't want to slow down right away. We're probably about at the point where we'll see them, in which case I will. I'm ready. The moment we see them. I'm going to slow down the time and then slow down as well. Oh, we see them. Okay, pause. Slow down. Make our turn. Hard to port. And we don't, because we actually want to keep the distance. Yeah, slow down and we did our turn. And we'll reduce the speed now. Here we go. What are they? Unknown. I mean, 14 makes sense for one of them. Okay, here we go. And are our rears firing already? It's amazing. Look at all that ordnance in the air. It's very cool. Wow, yeah, these are big guns. Okay, these are big guns. Those might be 17-inch guns. Look at those, are huge. This is a really nice looking Super Dreadnought as well, that the AI designed. We're up against the Germans. Das Germans. Some heavy ordnance coming our way. But we're heavily armored. We can handle it, I hope. Ouch. So far, so good. Are those our 8-inch guns going off? Oh, nice! Holy cow. 2200. Well, now that's the reason why you want to use... That's the reason right there why you want to use 8-inch casemates. Ouch. Ah, just missed. You know, it just makes me... This really, I think... I don't know, maybe I just view things too much... I have too much empathy or something, but it just makes me think, what would the hell would it have been like to be on a battleship in an actual gunfight? Like, what the hell? It just sounds horrible. Oh, we're actually not engaging. Are they out of range? Actually, they're well within range. Why are we not engaging them? Okay, let's focus on the ones that can do us the most damage. And keep an eye out for torpedoes. We don't have that red indicator, but, you know. Username says stressful as hell. And loud, very loud. Yeah, both good answers. I mean, deafening, I'm sure. The whole ship vibrates when these guns fire. You hear that from a lot of first-hand accounts. Or even people who have been on the Iowa before its conversion to a missile cruiser. Missile battle cruiser. Missile battleship, I don't know. But it still had its big guns, didn't it? Oof, just imagine a shell landing that close, and I don't know, that shell might actually go underwater and explode and do some damage. Those near misses, I'm not sure those near misses are modeled yet, but those are, I mean, honestly, those are some of the most dangerous hits. Look at that peppering of secondary fire. Oh, we did what we wanted to do. We lit it on fire. And another thing the game, I'm not sure if it really models, is just high explosive hitting all the, just just pinning people down. These torpedo boats, my goodness, they are close. We might have to switch our fire here. Okay, let's be smart about this. Turn away preemptively. We know what's in the water. We know what you're doing, but we're also going to make you pay for it. Oof, just missed. Those are big shells. Here comes the broadside. Oh, he's in trouble. Oh! Oh, and immediately he's like, crank it hard to starboard. Get us out of here. Have we figured out what this is yet? Not yet. I mean, I guess we can know what we're getting hit by, right? Yeah, 14 inches and 17 inches. So No Name, probably a smarter person than I am, could see from this log. But we are up against exactly 14 and 17 inch ships. Oops. I want to switch to this one. Good, we did. Thanks to his excessive fire. I don't know if it was really excessive fire. It probably was some other things besides that. Okay, did not want you to actually turn that much. And torpedoes. Do we see any torpedoes in the water? Not yet. Doing okay. The Missouri fired its main guns during the Gulf War. Oh, wow, that's so cool. I know we had Tomahawks going off from the missile cruisers at that point, but... Oh, that was beautiful. Oh, that was so cool. Just following those shells in. Alright, let's go after the Hagen now. We know what it is. It's a Hagen. This is the one with the 17-inch shells, and its buddy has 14-inch shells. So we'll go after the one with the 17-inch shells. It seems to be the bigger threat to me. I mean, literally the bigger threat. Tonnage-wise, 55.6, 448. Yeah, that definitely, wow, much bigger. Let's get that one out of the way. Look at this peppering of small arms fire. I mean, small arms, 5-inch shells. You know, enough to just take your head clean off without exploding. Took a torpedo hit. Somebody said. I believe it. I mean, I like just kind of observing the battle, just kind of sitting and looking and get ready for the broadside. Oh gosh. Oh, ouch. We're also doing some damage over there. Actually, Hagen does not look that good. She's on fire. Nishin's looking okay. Aki's looking okay. There's the big guns. Well, wasn't terrible. Barbette fire. Incoming. So what is her configuration? These are really 4 double 17-inch guns. That's terrifying. Honestly. That is terrifying. I didn't actually focus on this one. So this one, look at that. She has an 8-inch triple gun on the front there. No, that's a 6-inch triple gun. Interesting. So she's using 8 inches in her casemates too. Boy, she's riding low in the water there. Ouch. Let's turn towards, now that we've more or less evaded the threat. Destroyed a barbette, started a fire. Yeah, this guy's actually turning away. Well, let's... I would like to continue to barrage him, but since he's turning off the line, the only thing I think which makes sense is for us to rearrange and open up on the next one. That should be a heavy cruiser. No, that's actually a battle cruiser. That's right, they did have a battle cruiser. This is a pretty tempting target as well, just considering it would be very easy for us to sink her. It would happen very quickly. We don't know what that battle cruiser has, actually. Looks like our secondary tower is taking some damage. Good night, King Tired. King Tiger. King Tiger is King Tired. Ooh, 700. Destroyed their torpedoes? Interesting. Also reminds me, do we have any torpedoes incoming? No. It's like half their fleet didn't get the memo to attack. Now, I'm okay with closing the range because we do have pretty strong belt armor. So armor on this one's only up to 10 inches. Oh, wow. This one has up to 13 inches of armor? What are you, crazy? It's not a heavy cruiser. Not a heavy cruiser at all. This guy has up to 15.7 inches of armor. That's probably his, I'm guessing, his conning tower. And this battlecruiser only has 4 inches of armor. Well, the glass cannons are, I mean, they should be our first target, but well, we didn't identify them quickly enough. Now, we are doing a number on the Kaiser in here. Showing that, once again, the prevalence of, I mean, the high explosive fire stuff prevails. I think we do want to switch over to this battlecruiser though. Well, let's get this 11-inch guns. What does this one have? 14-inch guns. That, I mean, it is kind of a tough decision. Okay, we're gonna switch over. Did we switch over mid-volley? We did. She must know at this point that she's the new target. It's also really hard to me imagine having like a 14-inch shell, huge 14-inch shell just ricocheting. I don't care, just... Yeah, this is going to be, I think, a quick demise for the... This is almost an armored cruiser design. Yeah, I would call this an armored cruiser, honestly. So as soon as she goes down, I think we will let her take some hits. Get her out of the way, because they just keep pulling off. We'll return over to the Hagen first. She is... I mean, if she's unleashing her 17-inch shells on us, she's a threat. Oh, we lost our spotter here, it looks like. Taking some engine damage. Okay, 1500. That's the hit I was waiting for. Switch over. I don't know if she'll go down from that, but I'm just assuming that the damage is making her accuracy decrease. Railguns, oh my gosh, what are we even talking about here? Death by 10,000 cuts. Yeah, that's pretty much what we're going for, is high explosive death by fire. We're using 13-inch guns, so like from that perspective, oh, I think the Aki has decided to... Okay, look, if you're going to reform, just detach. What is she doing? Oh, her rudder maybe is damaged? We do need to kind of follow her because we want her flagship bonus. Pretty gamey little thing, but that's still how the game works, so... Yeah, the Aki's having a whole bunch of trouble here. Now, if she wants to stay in that position and tank some hits for us... this is a really cool discussion, by the way, several people are having about whether or not crossing the T is a good thing. I love the math involved in it. I think a lot of people are wrong with the way they've been describing things, but... Because I'm not sure, but the jury's still out on it. Just to provoke this whole discussion again. But, like, there was some interesting, like, fake math done. Anyway. We got a fight on our hands, that's for sure. AP is made to punch holes in the ships in waterline or slightly below. I mean, AP meant to punch, yeah, I mean... So what people don't understand is the belt is not usually this. This is not the belt. It's internal. Protects the vitals of the ship. That may be wrong. I'm rethinking what I just said. About the armor, not the crossing the T. The crossing the T thing I feel pretty confident about. Assault carrier much? What if the enemy Kirov has railguns? What are we even talking about? The Ford class... I've not even heard of a Ford class. This must be some fictitious universe. Oh, lasers. Yeah, oh my god. I missed the transition to Fantasyland, but that's pretty interesting. So, yeah, we definitely want the Aki to pull back. Yikes. This ship must be ready to go down. Berserker Pride says the Citadel is internal armor, the belt armor is external. Ford is the new... Oh, okay. Ford. I see. We're talking about carriers. Okay, sorry. Something... Okay, now we're looking good as far as that angle goes. Got it, Trifler. You know what? It's funny because you guys were saying Ford class, and in my head, I was thinking this was like Ford the company. Didn't know that we were just talking about the, you know, well, the carrier. This Hagen's definitely seen better days. And after this, we're definitely going to switch over to the Württemberg. Yeah, she's taking a lot of damage here. She's got several fires. I do want to put her down all the way first because I've done this several times before where I keep hoping that she's just going to go down from her fires and she doesn't. So we won't leave anything to chance this time. By the way, torpedoes seems a bit far for torpedoes, so I'm going to hope that no, in fact, we aren't taking any. Oh, you know what? Now that we're in two separate divisions, though, I can actually have the Aki start engaging the battlecruiser while the Nishin finishes off the battle cruiser. I mean, the super dreadnought. Katori's here! Welcome, Katori. Against a first world power, submarines have been the meta for the last 40 years. Katori's only saying that because he's a submarine man himself. He'd like to think that submarines are just so important. You're just inflating your own ego. I see right through you. 2 torpedoes inbound. Oh. Yes. Indeed, one of them hit. I couldn't find it. Thank you for the warning, though, at least. Finn, thank you. Wow, those are some long-range torpedoes, too. Good hits from them. I mean, you can't do anything but tip your hat to the accuracy of their torpedo launchers. And the Hagen should just be dead. I mean, look at target lock, target slow speed, giving us 30% accuracy. Still plunking a few of those shots, but... This is the 5-inch range, so, you know, we're really perfectly fine to engage the Kaiser in. Already starting to do some good damage to the Württemberg. That just never-ending broadside with 6 guns. That should be it. Should be the finishing blows. Wow, 700 damage. I mean, she is so close to going down. So I think these designs are going to be, I should say, are going to be in the end very effective. They're going to satisfy everything we want. Nishan's going to leave the flagship's range momentarily. We won't get a... Ah, there it is. Okay, so we'll start engaging the Kaiserin. I'm assuming the Nishan's going to lock on and take out the Württemberg. And we'll kick it up to 3x. It's been fun. I hope that this is what people have been asking for. Slightly slower gameplay. I love just following the shells in. So it's all I ever want to do. Ooh, good hit. Got some hits there as well. So no more 17-inch guns up against us. We just have the Württemberg and the Kaiserin firing their 14-inch guns. And then we can try to mop up the rest. Now we still have an hour and a half technically, so. Traffic says the slower gameplay is very nice. Yes. Okay, great. I mean, hey, it's no skin off my teeth to run slower. Usually in Rule of Waves, people are asking me for me to speed up. I guess that's kind of... I've kept that. Oh, he's in the fire. He's in the oil. Somebody just... High explosive started fire right there. And in the background, we're seeing the Kaiserin get obliterated. So the 13-inch gun, heavy explosive technique. Unfortunately, I have to say, it's very effective. Unfortunately, very effective. So we'll, I think we'll maybe spin back. I mean, Anisha's not doing that great either. She doesn't have those critical hits, but... Oh, that Kaiserin's... Gosh, she's getting low in the water. Not literally, but... It's my interpretation of how... And she's limited herself a little bit in the guns she can fire. Although, yeah, I mean, no, the two front guns are still... Has she... Oh, she... I don't know if this one's lost. It doesn't look destroyed at all. Probably just not in the range. Yeah, so she's actually having firing arc issues. She's only able to fire 2 of her rear 3 guns. It doesn't seem very hard to even avoid that situation, too, so it seems unusual that she would put herself in that position. Okay, that cruisers, I mean, I smell torpedoes. Torpedoes in the water, so we're going to begin to take evasive action immediately. And as soon as we can, I would really like to switch targets over to her. I might even just do it right now. She's not much of a threat to us. She's extremely damaged. I do want that battlecruiser dead faster, so we'll let her continue her slow march to death. And then we'll try to get this light cruiser lit up. Looks like we already, yeah, started lighting it on fire. Oh, wow. Okay, well, that was pretty quick. I don't see torpedoes. We're okay for a little bit at least. We've switched over to the battle cruiser, which is fine. I'm not going to forcefully tell him to switch targets for a little bit. I'd love to command a submarine in this. That's an interesting idea. I've actually talked to the Rule the Waves developers about the exact same thing. What about trying to get, you know, like submarines, designing submarines, you know, doing more with submarines than Rule the Waves offers right now, which is just a very hands-off tech progression. And if you were on one of these ships that's completely on fire and everything, at what point do you just say, like, there's no way we're going to survive this? Like, even think about the Bismarck. They rode that thing into the ground. I mean, I guess there was, you know, the captain's loyalty, the world go down firing every last shot. But at what point do you consider saving your crew? Or, I mean, this might be important to some captains, even just saving themselves. Kotori asks, how is the fleet formation controls in the game? I only arrived just a few minutes ago. So it's basically highlight a division. Right now both divisions are just one ship because I detached this one. So you can do attach, detach, and you give right click to give a movement order. Speed is right here, or you can manually control the rudder. I find that this is important to do if you want to like really crank on a tight turn. You override their kind of desire to keep speed up. You just say, no, I really, really want you just make the turn. Okay, Württemberg's down. Switching over to the battleship makes sense. I wish Rule of the Waves 2 didn't have such a garbage DRM. I was trying to buy it, but it was too complicated and seemed unreliable, so I gave up. That's really sad to hear, username. I mean, I sympathize. I'm not saying that's bad on you. I think that's a very fair assessment of the situation. The people over at NWS, Naval Warfare Simulations, who make Rule of Waves 2, I think that they just were very concerned about piracy, and they were actually willing to accept a sales loss. Now, this is a one-person game, so you have to understand that even with NWS publishing it, they're making a killing compared to what they expected to make. So to them, I don't think the extra sales, even if it was 50% extra sales, I just don't think they care. They'd much rather just take their idealistic stance and have the DRM. So just to give you an idea of where that whole thing comes from. And it's not a very popular decision. So I'm not defending them, just trying to explain their viewpoint. Most of the look at it, I mean, unless you're dealing with an unusual situation, most people in the world are not attempting to do something stupid. So I think half the battle in any like discussion is just trying to figure out what is the real reason why this person appears to be doing something stupid. And once you figure that out, then, you know, you're in good shape. I think this, I mean, you're at least in a position where you can communicate with people. And I would say that this applies, I'm not going to talk politics, but I would say this applies more than anything to politics. If you think somebody is doing something wrong, or, you know, oh, they're not voting the way I thought, or, you know, they're... All you need to do is figure out why they're doing that. And then you'll have a good... Because nobody is sitting there and saying, hey, how can I make the world a worse place? I mean, not many people. Tuga, you're not cynical enough. People try to be stupid. Well, I would say that at least I don't think NWS is trying to be stupid. Wow, so this is already good. I mean, unfortunately, we had like a ton of problems getting the damn stream started. I don't even know how long I've been streaming. None of my stream stuff is app. Oh, yeah, an hour and 20 minutes, it says. But that's after... Actually, that's about right, because I tried to start at 2:30. It's an hour and 20 minutes. It should have been like an hour and 40 by now. I think we can give this Destroyers vs. Torpedo Boats one last try. And I don't know, what did you guys think of that battle? Let's just take a second and let the chat speak and let Tortuga listen. So, good take, Tortuga, says Mouse. Logion says, wouldn't be surprised that they do have a backup master code for a dev version in case NWS goes south. I hope so. MC Palm, so Mick Palm, says it's an interesting stance compared to something like Star Sector, which has the opposite stance on DRM since they figured people would crack it anyway. I don't actually know. So Viking Hug says maybe take it to hands guns this time. But as far as Star Sector goes and Rule the Waves and all that, I don't actually know. Has anybody cracked Rule the Waves? I don't want to be talking about piracy and stuff like that on stream because I don't want to... I don't support that whatsoever. However, I mean, I know the people who have bought the game are seeking DRM just to prevent it from being DRM stupid. Or at least that's an argument I hear from some people, at least. Was a nice battle, wasn't sure you'd win it at first. Wow, Peter, I like that honesty. Newhauser says, and based on some discussions I've had, some of the decisions were due to obvious biases in the persons and development processes. Didn't catch Newhauser's first comment, but that was his second. Clockwork Anomaly says, well done. Thank you, and welcome. So what next, says the KGB. I'm very nervous knowing the KGB is watching me. Build an Atlanta-style destroyer. Think you mean an Atlanta-style light cruiser? We could try to do that. We could just... Okay, so let's do the opposite this time. Let's go for a destroyer. No, we can't really do it, can we? We're going to go for less destroyers of better quality this time. I still think 4-inch guns are the way to go. So, let's stick with 900 tons. We're going to do the kind of the opposite approach here, though. We're going to go for something which is... I mean, let's actually try to go with Harvey armor. Yeah, let's actually do the opposite this time. Let's try to make our... Let's go for Lyddite. Let's still go for HE, just doing tons of damage. We might actually end up adding some armor onto this. Just armor the belt. I think the limit is like an inch, maybe? Okay, these are obviously just, they're not, we don't have turret top because these should be gun mounts, not turrets. The difference being that, you know, this is a person standing behind a shell. Still want to go with my 4-inch gun. I think that was an effective tactic. Or I feel it should be an effective tactic. Let me put it that way instead. Let's go for front back here. Grab a funnel. But how cool is this game that you can still just... I did not know Q&E rotated. That's nice. How cool is this game that you can just sit here and design your own thing? By the way, should I go with the 2 torpedo tubes? They were landing just as many hits as anything else. So let's do it. See if we can get 2 more guns, maybe? It's overweight. That's fine. I think we'll increase the weight, decrease the speed. Squeaky. Yeah. Not too surprising that we're overweight, really, when you think about it. I really did... I probably could go back on the shells. I don't want to, though. Okay, let's go back on the shells. That doesn't save us that much. We're at 3 destroyers, which is abysmal. Let's at least get this to 4. As far as I know, higher speed, higher dodge chance, that's true. It is true. I think that is true. Let's make some sacrifices here. Let's kill the turret armor, which... Okay, it officially is not in the game then. I guess these shielded gun mounts, they don't even model the armor of the shield. Which is okay. I mean, if that's the way they're doing it, that's fine. Still overweight. What the hell is going on here? Wait one cotton picking moment. How did you even get in there? Not on my watch, buddy. Not on my watch. Okay, that's good. A little bit further back just because we are getting a little bit of... Well, this is minor weight offset, so we're fine. Okay, so we have 2... I think I like this look. I'm not sure what we're going to do about the weight. Ouch. Okay, engine efficiency. Let's just ask the question here. Can we get away with a standard funnel? No. But it's a smart thing to ask. Okay. Hate to do it, but we can slow it down to 26. And I think we're going to go with none here, which almost made a difference. What about just dropping the conning tower to 0.8? Okay, good. So we have our 3. No, that's not it's not going to cut it. Let's drop the conning tower. We need 4. We got 4. Okay. Right. We can get 0.3 inches of conning tower armor. Not really sure what that's going to do, but let's just take a look. Yeah, these will penetrate 0.6 inches at... Yeah, it's basically not going to do anything. So that's fine. We got 4 of them. That's what we wanted. Look, I mean, I don't really know what the best way of doing this mission is. Otherwise, I'd be doing that. But I am willing to give this a shot. Now, this increases the... It doesn't say anywhere on any of these items. Gun range, shell penetration, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't say shell expense. But if I do this, it raises my cost. However, I think that's fine. I'll just drop the conning tower. I am going to go for... I think I'm going to go for the heavy shells. So we just want to do a lot of damage very quickly. We probably also don't need electro-hydro. These are probably just fine, the electrical, because turret traverse speed on 4-inch turrets is going to be very quick anyway. But then at the same time, these turrets, the destroyers also turn pretty quickly. Yeah, and it really does, it almost makes no difference. It's such a minor... Okay, anyway. So, I mean, the only thing that I would want to do with that extra weight is increase my speed, but we're at 26 knots, which is like 2 knots better than our last ship, right? Anyway, I don't know. I'd like to see how high dodge DDs do. That's an interesting question. He's not talking about Rome Total War. Yeah, so I make this distinguishment. I do capital R, lowercase t, capital W when I want to talk about rule the waves. And I do all capitals, RTW on all caps, when I want to talk about Rome Total War. Let's establish this precedent. Let's here today leave with this resolution. Make the world a better place. with our acronyms. Alright, I don't think this is going to work, by the way. I have like a very bad feeling about this. In fact, I kind of will err towards Peter on this. Let me try to go for higher speed at the expense of... Like, what is this belt going to do anyway? Well, considering the turret armor doesn't do... What? Oh god. What are you doing? What? Okay. I don't know what's happening there. We're all good. Scary, but it's fine. 27... Yeah, it's really about the... money, not the weight. Yeah, it's not doing anything at this point because we don't have any armor. I kind of like the belt idea, though. But the thing is, yeah, the thing which is killing us is not the other... Yeah, okay. I'm pretty confident in this. Okay, so I think that these 4-inch guns just don't do enough damage. And what's killing us, I believe, is the heavy cruisers. The armored cruisers, I should say. So, yeah, we'll go with the torpedoes. Forget about armor. Let's just make these things fast. I'm, like, actually... completely behind this philosophy suddenly. Suddenly it just makes a lot of sense to do this. Okay, we're a little bit overweight. We have electrical? So close. 1,002 tons. You gotta be kidding me. Less. We'll take a reduced number. Okay, it worked. It's fine. 1K? You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Alright, we'll go on 27.5. Funnel efficiency is at 94. I'm okay with that. Which is another good reason to drop the speed, though, by the way. And I'm assuming we can't get this back? No. Okay, we'll do it. We're going to do it. Alright. People will want to... You are thinking about the 3-inch guns. So I don't really know if the guns matter. I'm honestly thinking about replacing the 4-inch guns with torpedoes. But the thing is, these guns themselves already don't do damage. 3-inch guns are just not going to do anything. They're going to be so insignificant. We need critical hits. Probably, honestly, I might be best to go with the 5-inch guns. But let's just try this. I don't think it's going to work. Why the turret armor, Peter? Because it didn't cost any... It cost 0, which means it's not affecting the ship at all. Which means that gun mounts are not... The shield on the gun mount is not variable. I mean, I've seen this image before, by the way. I have tried this and it didn't work, but we'll try it again. Get this guy down to 13 just so he has the maximum amount of accuracy, if I can finish my train of thought. We're going to leave the destroyers at maximum dodge. What is this range? What is this? Huh. I don't know. Is the Leica my flagship? What is going on? Yeah. The hell, she's the flagship. Huh. What are these different things? Oh, flagship penalty. I see. Interesting. I don't know why my flagship's on my destroyers, but it's fine. Deploy smoke. Let's go up to 2x. Yeah, so that's a good idea. Let me try to preserve my destroyers and make the heavy cruisers fire at the battleship. So it's going to be kind of a pain in the butt, but I'm going to just take... I don't know what I'm going to do. These guys need to save themselves, essentially. Now that means that my battleship is going to have to be capable of dodging torpedoes, which means I'm going to have to be capable of watching. But hey, we're off to a good start so far, right? And you know what? Mr. Battleship, I only want you to worry about these gunboats. Because honestly, that's the only thing we really have to worry about. Get the destroyers out of here. In fact, just let the battleship do everything. Oh, wow. Okay, so we destroyed its torpedo. Got good damage in. It's a pretty good start. So I think I'll run them in a circle out here. Just wait for the battleship to get the kills. I finally did it. I finally found the strategy. I think this will work, though, sadly. I don't think this is the way it should be, necessarily, by the way, but... Just wait for the secondaries of this thing, which has plenty of secondaries. Okay, start curving. Yeah, and as soon as, yeah, they need to start turning. I don't think you can do waypoints, but I kind of want to do waypoints here. This, then click, then click. No, yeah, no such thing as waypoints. But at least we destroyed the main guns. We really just given this thing a number. Did it launch torpedoes yet? We destroyed a torpedo, last I saw. But does it have multiple? I mean, it's a 800-ton torpedo boat. You gotta be kidding me. This is not a torpedo boat. By no stretch of the imagination can you call an 800-ton ship a torpedo boat. You just can't. I refuse to call this thing a torpedo boat. God goodness, 800 tons. 400 tons is a big ship. I mean, at least it's going to be a dead ship. That's the good news. Let's also change our fire here. The new one's incoming, because I'm not too worried about that one now. Sad thing is we still got pelted way over. The rear one still got pelted pretty badly. Just want to see those torpedoes coming in. Alright, we're in good shape here. All we need to do is land some good secondary fire. 6-inch guns should be enough. Maybe I should be using HE explicitly. Certainly these guys should. Let's just switch it immediately. Obviously we don't want anything. I think he did launch torpedoes, so we'll wait to see the result there. Yeah, so we're just essentially just going to keep my destroyers alive. And that's basically... Torpedoes inbound. Torpedoes inbound. Oh my god, I don't see him. Oh, wow, you got him. Okay, good. Switch over to this guy. Wow. Destroyed my main tower. Well, that's not good. We knew that it was a risk. It was always a risk that the heavy cruisers could do some damage, but I always thought it would be to my destroyers, not... Whoop. Ah, I see it. Oh boy. How are we going to get out of the way here? Oh, you know what we need to do? I think we already ran into the arc. Yeah. Yeah. Which, I mean, I'm not surprised to see this, of course. The fact that we're taking damage from torpedoes, that was the whole point, was that we were going to try to put our battleship in front as the new strategy. Has anybody beaten this mission? And we're only at 2x here, but I'm still having some hard times. I might need to go back to rule the waves type strategies. I don't like that idea of just having to micromanage the fleet. I kind of liked the idea of this one specifically because I didn't want to micromanage, but if we have to, that's fair. That's the Tortuga way, so it won't be very surprising. Okay, so Leica's down. Leica D3 is down, but Leica D1 is still functional. And at least we're now at a new good angle to avoid torpedoes. Hopefully to get off enough shots to sink these guys. Yeah, we're still doing some good damage. I mean, this is sad to say, like, as effective as an attempt as any other one. Heard people beat it by destroyer, both cruiser and some of... Wait, heard people beat it by destroyer, both cruiser and some of the torpedo boats. Didn't quite understand that, though. No, tried like 10 times, only mission I can't beat. Okay, so that's... Hey, Michael, thank you for sharing that. That makes me feel a little bit better. I mean, I'm a min-max type of person. I optimize everything I can. I feel like the ship designs we're coming up with aren't crazy, aren't terrible. They're decent at least. We're having a lot of difficulty. Part of it is obviously we could wring out a little bit more efficiency if we were micromanaging, but it doesn't sound fun to me. Well, we tried. I mean, it's not that we've lost this yet, but it says that they have 10 torpedo boats still. If that's actually the case, then we're in for a bad time. Okay, destroyers are going to come over. As soon as they start taking fire, we're going to switch. Funnel destroyed. Who was that getting hit? Main gun? I think it is the Leica now taking damage, so we'll screen her. Come back, Mr. Leica. They're all Leicas. They're all Leica. Well, there's the main problem. Our ships are Austro-Hungarian. Let's turn away here. Actually, hopefully we're launching torpedoes. Should probably be on aggressive torpedo launching. I didn't think about doing that, but that would be a good idea. Oh god, you're dead. Yeah, these heavy cruisers, I mean armored cruisers, are just deadly for our poor ships. You did launch torpedoes. I see. Oh god. I spotted it. I think we can avoid this one. No, I don't think so. Just gonna get us. Ah. Bummer. Okay, come back this way. I do like the fact that you can control select. I mean, just box select. I mean, they are having some really good time with their torpedoes. Might as well just attach that guy. He's a goner. And now we're down to 2 destroyers. I mean, I can tell you how this mission's gonna go, and it's not gonna go in a victory. So let's speed it up to 3x. I feel pretty comfortable that this one's a lost cause already. Yeah, Finn Gardner says might want to try quantity over quality. I did exactly that. I had 8 destroyers. They all just got butchered up. And Yeah, the thing is, I don't think that the main damage going down between any of the fleets, I'm pretty sure 90% of the damage for both sides is coming from the big guns. The battleships and the armored cruisers. So, I mean, the destroyers we're making are... It's really up to the battleships. We have no influence over, right? We're just... Whatever battleship they give us is what we have to work with. But that also ends up being the most important thing. Is... What the big guns are all doing that. Like, their torpedo boats aren't doing anything. I say that after I've taken 2 torpedoes. Yeah, sure. But they're not sinking our destroyers. For the most part. I think the problem is that torps are still garbage, to be honest. Well, I mean, in this case, it's not about torpedoes. For me, it's more about... I'm going to go up to 5x. It's just more about just getting my destroyers to be effective before they get destroyed. So we'll make a run right at these guys and see if it makes a difference. Can we? We're aggressive on torpedoes. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Smoke is going to go down very soon. This guy's smoke's now ready. Alright, so let's just charge in, zigzagging away. See what we can get done. And let's let our battleship also help out here. Again, I still think the battleship's going to do more than anything else. Boy, this destroyer's getting just torn apart. Might get a torpedo hit here. Oh, missed it. Might get another one. Oh, perfect. So, like I said, the torpedoes on the destroyer are being more effective against torpedo boats than their main guns. Which does not make sense to me. Anyways, micromanaging this is going to be a lot easier in a moment here, since we're going to be down to 1 ship. That's actually not a... Well, I don't know about that idea. So, Palm says maybe just charge your destroyers in the very beginning right towards their cruisers to see if I can get some torpedo hits. I don't think that's a bad idea. I don't think it'll work. I don't see a mechanism of success. Wait. Oh, it's only our battleship now. Okay, the other one did sink. I didn't even see the message. I was looking at the chat. But our destroyer has officially sunk. We know what's coming at this point. I don't see any signs of those torpedoes. I honestly don't know how we're missing this guy. We should just be obliterating him. Ah, that's good. Those are not going to hit us, which is fantastic news. The first good news I've had all day. Well, I mean, in this torpedo mission, at least. Things are challenging. I want to switch over to this guy because he's faster and I think more dangerous, but I also think that those are his torpedoes, so... Oh, what do you know? It's Actually, this might actually be more than we can deal with it now. With all this damage, we might not be able to deal with these cruisers, but I'm not going to worry about them. I'm still going to just rely on killing the torpedo boats. So we can turn back this way, maybe get this other one. Maybe lots of small destroyers with torpedo tubes on the front, charging abreast. Yeah, I mean, that's an idea. If anybody has... somebody must have beaten this mission, right? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put another video of Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts on my channel. By the way, for those of you who don't know, Rule the Waves 2 Succession Series started, and I think Benjamin Magnus is also going to join us for that. We invited him, and he said he's interested, so we'll see if it happens. Why did I say that? Because... What the hell is going on? Are we just on fire everywhere? We are. This is not a happy place to be. Look at those rounded turrets. So goofy. Yeah, anyways, oh god. Abandoned ship. For those of you who don't know about the Succession series, we'll be doing a Rule the Waves 2 succession series, which means everybody takes a turn, goes for 5 years, and then the next person picks it up. So I think Benjamin Magnus is now going to be a part of that. I am now going to be the lead-off, and actually, so I'm going to say no. I don't want to. I hate to end on a bad note, but yeah, so he might lead off. I don't know who's leading off, but we had it all figured out, essentially. Historical Gamer, XTRG, and I. And then we had the brilliant idea. I don't know what took us so long. Then we had the brilliant idea, oh, why don't we ask Benjamin Magnus if he wants to join as well? And he said yes, and so the series got stalled. Just in case you didn't, if you were looking for THG's first video, which is what we had planned to have released 3 days ago on Wednesday, it's not out only because we're now rethinking the whole order of who goes first and trying to get Benjamin Magnus and all that. KGB says, please just try the 8x3" gun strat, please. KGB, let's just pretend I tried and it failed. Because I think the first time I ever did it, I did that. However, I don't have time to do that right now. If you pick the more funds option, you can field 8 DDs with 8x3. Okay, if I can... by the way, why is everyone so crazy about the 8x3? Is there like some hidden bonus using 3" guns? Oh, Kevin Newsom says he beat it with 3 DDs using 2x5" guns, 1 torpedo, 1.2" armor, 25 speed. You're losing because your DDs can't absorb any hits. Yeah, that's what I actually started to do, Kevin, funnily enough. I was actually going to go with armored destroyers. So it's good to see that I was actually planning, so I'll go back. Might as well go for maneuverability and survivability for our next attempt as well. But what I was actually starting off, people talked me out of it. Well, I really did want to try the high-speed option too, but I had something like 26 knots with 1.5 inches of Harvey armor. Was it 1 inch? I forget. This is exactly what I was thinking, actually, is, well, let's just go for... Wait, what? Oh, I went with survivability so we can use Krupp 4. Holy frickin' hell. Oh my gosh. I don't have time to do this one, but let me just quickly plop this together. And here's your winning combination. I have it, you know, every now and then you just get a feel about these things. I have a very, very strong suspicion that this is the winning combination. I don't think we're going to fit 2 guns here anymore. Oh, we could. Put one in the very back. I'll probably go for 3 of the 5" guns, but let's try to get some torpedoes down as well. Pair of 2. Honestly, the pair of 2 weren't doing that much better than the 1s. But anyway, and then we'll add, what, 1 more 5" gun? As we can. Looks good. So 3 5" guns, we have all the armor. Forget about turret armor. I mean, turret doesn't do anything, right? It does? Okay, well then, yes, by all means. Increase the gun shield. It's good to see that you can actually increase the gun shield. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't go... You probably should go with basic engine. Semi-auto? Are these different? Oh, they're all different options because we chose the survivability instead. Let's go for induced. That's enough. Good. We can get 4... I think we can get 5, by the way, if we just drop this down somewhere. Okay, let's not try to do that, though. Let's just get better... I can't believe we can get Krupp 4 on these things. It's just ridiculous. So we're going to try to make it more survivable. Let's do the heavy shells. We'll do standard. We'll go for Lyddite. Oh, we don't have Lyddite now. Well, we're going with gun cotton then. Interesting. It is kind of interesting, the different technologies which are available for the different things. I think we'll go for fast, because I don't really think it's helping that our torpedoes are detected. It's really more about how quickly they hit. So let's do that. And look at this. Not a bad... I mean, I think we can actually drop the displacement. It's so weird. Okay, we have some badly placed items now. Let's resolve that. And there you go. This is what I think is the best option. I think this is a really good option, honestly. Yeah, I mean, geez. We have 5 destroyers, too, which is insane. We even have extra tonnage. I'm not going to try to fix it, though. I mean, I don't know. I don't have the time to micromanage the mission, which is, I think, what you have to do. But basically, look forward to, on the channel, I'll post another video of me doing exactly this mission. And I have, like, a strong intuition, just intuition, but I have some, like, gut feeling that this is the destroyer which will make things work. And the reason is because we're actually going to be able to absorb those hits from the heavy cruisers. The armored cruisers, I should say. But you know what I meant. But that's going to conclude this stream, actually. Yeah, Connie Carmer Armor, we can get that up since we have the extra. Whoop. We can't do anything about it because if we go anymore, but it's going to wrap this stream up. So thanks for everyone for watching. I got to get going. We have some things to attend to. Some family business. So I hope you enjoyed the stream. Look forward to the final completion of this damn mission. What is it called? Destroyers vs. Torpedo Boats. I will get it up on the channel, hopefully this maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. And maybe I'll see you guys for tomorrow, but probably hopefully we'll see you for the start of the Rule the Waves 2 series. Look forward to that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Succession series are very interesting. You see XRG designing all this crazy stuff and everyone else trying to make deal with it, so it's fun. Okay, so bye Katori, bye Chris Critter, bye Kevin, Peter, Stan, Jackhawk, KGB, Finn, Lance, Druskies, Sharkface, Gerfon, Lahau, Kurt. Hey, welcome Kurt. Didn't see you, Oak. Hey, Finish. Didn't see you there either. Welcome, Finish Yoker. Just in time for the end. So take care. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.